Yo, what's going on? My name is Dejon White, CEO, co-founder of Rebels for Peace, and I'm here with y'all with another podcast. And I got a group of my friends here with me so we can tell y'all some good stuff. I want them to introduce themselves too. Introduce yourself.
Follow me. Oh, I'm Chandrell.
I'm Malik.
Mac.
I'm Malik.
And I'm Brian.
I'm Chris.
And these are new 3 members of Rebels for Peace. And on this podcast today, we just going to ask simple questions and get some feedback and just have a simple conversation with each other to get the mindsets of each and every single one of us in this room. And the first question I would like to ask y'all is, what does peace mean to y'all? Anybody can talk. Ooh.
To me, what peace means is being able to get along with people while not having any hatred towards each other. And also, in history, we had a lot of segregation, but throughout time, when people are able to join together, it kind of creates peace. It don't matter the color or the race. It's really just about how well you guys can get along with your personalities.
Well, I got a question for you. So do you believe that, since you say like peace is just enjoying each other's company or like being cordial, would you say like with the different gangs, do you feel like if people get to know the real personality, do you think people from different gangs can be cordial around each other without causing any drama and stuff like that?
Actually, I do. I believe that sometimes we look at things and we make things bigger than what it's supposed to be. But I really do believe that if we look at the bigger problem, in our community and also outside our community, I believe that in life, with gang violence, we always been separated. But I think that if we join together, it's more powerful than anything, especially when it can create peace. Because when we look at gang violence and gang activity, we always think negative. But if we are able to join together, it'll also change the outcome and also beat the odds.
I want to go next. Oh boy!
All right. So I believe peace is really like how you really could define it in your own way, because everybody don't have the same peace. In my opinion, you could be peaceful by just being alone. You feel me? Just to yourself, or you could be peaceful and just like always hanging around friends, always being a nice, warm, friendly person. So I just say peace is really how you define it. What you call peaceful to you, or what makes you peaceful, and what you make you calm in your mind.
Got a shy fellow.
Peace to me means like when everyone is basically getting along, like ain't no like beef, just everyone basically getting along, having positive vibes around each other. Like they just walk past each other, say what's up, keep it moving, don't get into it, no gang wars and nothing like that.
I agree. What they said, especially what Chris said, that was just, everybody got their own. I said especially what Chris said, because everybody have their own opinion and everybody is different.
All right, and this is just a question that I just thought about. Well, Brian gave me that idea to ask about it. When y'all first heard about Rebels of Peace, what was y'all first thoughts upon it?
So my first intake was 2 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, it was something different because I always hear people talk about, we need peace, but I never really saw an organization or any structure behind it. It always was just, well, we need peace in the community. We need peace for black people. We need peace, everywhere. But that was the end all of it. When I finally talked to you about it, it was something different for me because, one, I never seen an organization strong enough to actually, stand on their own and actually make this happen. And then for two, my first time actually looking at the book and actually, reading through it, I was able to see that, it's some things that could be changed as far as in the world. And it opened my eyes to a bigger picture than what I always usually think about.
So the first time I heard, wait, what was the question again?
What was your thoughts when you first heard about Rebels for Peace?
So when I first heard about Rebels for Peace, it wasn't hard for him to try to get me to come. It was just okay, he asked me to come, I want to come. So my first thing was, I'm not going to lie, at first I thought Mara and Isaac was going to be in charge the whole time. And I was just thinking, like, okay, this just going to be another peace group. And then, like, eventually it's going to start to fade. And then, like, actually, I was pretty wrong. Because now it's, like, stronger than ever. We starting to get more people. And it's not like, it's I don't want to say kids. Like, it's young people. Like, the youth are leading it. And, like, we get to make decisions and figure out when we want to do this and how we want to do that. It's, like, no one else trying to, like, make us do anything. It's just us.
Give my first reaction because I'm new to perspectives. So, I'm first week of perspectives. We get all the dress down. Everybody wear a little perspective shirt. So I see everybody got the Rebels for Peace. So my first I'm like, okay, Rebels for Peace must be like in a little after school program perspectives got going on. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll join that another time. But when I had to do my research, I'm like, oh. Dejan, like I ain't know, cause I just met Dejan, and just when you first see Dejan, you just see him like laid back. He's kind of laid back to himself. He like to goof off. But but then you get to know him, and then I kind of really got to see how he think because we both had AP composition together. So he always in the class just quiet to himself. So he must get a real good class discussion one day. And he just really, the way he's elaborating, I'm like, never knew he had that up his sleeve. So get the further on talking to him. So then I find out, like, it's like 3 weeks ago. It's like the same time you found out. I'm like, Dejan did this. I'm like, okay, so Dejan, you gotta put me on game. I need the Rebels for Peace. So today I'm here, new member. He told me to come today. So I just think what he got going on is really nice. You need stuff like this because like today is like in communities and societies, a lot of communities getting broken up because like gang activity and gang wars, and like it's in my opinion like gang activities is like it's gonna really go on for like in my opinion probably generations to pass because it's in too deep now. It's like everybody got a war with somebody and everybody holding their own personal vendettas or everybody got their own personal feud. So it's really past just like. This street is into it. This street is just like everybody got their own personal beef. So, in my opinion, you just need something like this for like people of the youth, for like just minorities of the youth to just get along, just get to talk about just stuff that's going on in the community, how you can change it, how you can change the society.
No, I ain't think you had that up your sleeve. Like he came out the arsenal with that one. Another question. Bless you too. So everybody believe, like, do y'all believe that we can have peace up in the city?
Of course. I said, of course we can have peace. Like, in my opinion, we see it every day in school. Like, y'all is from different areas of Chicago. Like, y'all all got y'all own group of people. And, like, even though, like, y'all blocks is into it with each other. Like, y'all little groups, y'all into it with each other. And every day we come to school to be able to sit back. Like, even the ADLs, a lot of times I'm thinking, like, they really, all of these, they from different areas. And they able to just come together, laugh, crack jokes. When y'all be in the gym, just being like, y'all a family. So I would never ever think that Chicago is not able to not have peace. Like, I would never think that just by being able to watch y'all and y'all kids. If kids can do it, I know good and well grown folks can do it. They need somebody to lead them, and if it had to be the kids, then just had to be the kids.
I want to say something too, cause we went to the museum today about the D-Day. And when Dr. Martin Luther King, he didn't really want all the kids to step up because he thought that it was meant for the adults to try to step up to make change. But when the kids insisted on doing something, and they really like went through with it, a lot of change started happening with the segregation and everything. So I do agree with that if the kids do got to step up, you got to step up. I feel like it should be us because we the best.
Another thing I also want to say, when they planned the whole D-Day thing, they did it decent in order. Like, it wasn't, like, all sloppy and out of place. And then, like, you always going to need, like, a few adults there to, like, help you and lead the way, kind of lead you a little bit. And I feel like that's what they had. And that was just a great connection that he just made.
I think what the problem is that people in the communities and also in general, when it comes down to peace, I feel like, or with the gang activity, I feel we brush it off and just say, oh, it'll never work because everybody into it. But like Lynette said, on a daily basis, we come in and all that gang activity stuff leave out the door. And we really like built a brotherhood that I never thought I would see. Like in a norm, I never thought I would see different people from different locations being able to get together, regardless of the fact of what they got outside the school going on. But I really do feel as though we bring that together, and people see that and they really admire that, and they look and be like, wow, I can't believe this is going on, and how is this possible? And for me, I feel like it's a good thing, because when we come to school, we treat each other like real live brothers and family, and that's how we we look out for each other. So that's a good thing for me.
I also want to add that another thing is, when I see y'all not ashamed. Like, a lot of people will be like, okay, I only talk to them in school. Like, say if it's y'all see each other at the mall and just walk right past each other. That wouldn't happen. It would be like, this my friend, like, this my homie. Like, this not just a school thing. Like, a lot of people would be ashamed to, like, claim somebody and stuff like that. So I just feel like that.
Yeah, I like to piggyback upon what Brandon and Lynette was saying about the different areas being real cool. Example with me and my brother Jamari. He from this a different hood that my hood was in tour with, well still is in tour with, and basically we found our passion for each other the first day that we met. Like, soon as we met, we just instantly became friends. No matter what the area that we was living in, we just became friends. And once like we found out we was from different neighborhoods, like, and that our neighborhoods was beefing, they didn't really stop us from being friends because we knew each other personally, so we knew what each other's mindset was. And we've been together since 4th grade, and now we seniors in high school. So I feel like if people from different neighborhoods come in one little area and just talk out stuff and like get like to know each other personally on that like personal level, I feel like a lot of people won't see people as the ops or the opposition. They're gonna see us as human beings, as brothers, as sisters. Instead of we always beef, and we can always come and like go play ball, go to the mall together, go shop or something like that. You feel me? Because we gonna know each other personally, not just up on the outside level. You gonna know what's up on the inside.
I want to say that I do agree with Lynette. I just thought about something she said as far as with the not the parents, but with the people who are older. People, we look at it, and sometimes the youth is actually what we need to actually like get rid of things or find a solution. And when you said that, regardless of the fact of what's going on outside, that y'all still friends, I feel like that's real important, because of the simple fact that sometimes we forget about things like that and we tarnish our friendships. And I know a lot of people who actually tarnish their friendships with people because of what's going on outside. But when really both of them had good, good mindsets, and they didn't want to, beef or anything. But it's the fact that what they was involved in kind of like messed that up.
I want to say that I feel like the problem is that no one wants to be. Now, you usually don't hear this, but no one wants to be a follower. Like, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody wants to be a leader. Like, we was talking about this in class. How like not to be on like, I don't want it to come out the wrong way, but like we was talking about how people of color, if people of color and people of white people would go into a war, someone said we would win, but in my opinion, I said we would lose, because it's always someone that wants to be the leader. Like, it's always somebody that got to be in charge or got to show somebody, I'm the head man in charge. Like, it's never anyone that want to say, okay, let me step down and maybe just listen to what he's saying, because maybe what he's saying can take me somewhere. Like, I never see no one ever just, like, step back and just think, like, maybe I don't have to be in charge. Maybe I don't have to be right. Or it's always somebody trying to be better than somebody. Like, it's just nobody never actually think things through. Like, think past what you used to. Think outside the box, dare to be different. I never ever see that, and I just wish that it would be more people to see that way. And I feel like another thing is, it's just so much influence in people, what people so used to. Like, no one ever wants to change. Like, just be different. You don't have to follow after everybody. And I just feel that way. Me personally, I had to learn that too because I feel like everybody go through a phase where they feel like they got to be in charge. Well, I had to be better than the next person, but that's not true. Just feel like it's okay to be different. You don't always got to be a leader.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Anybody want to answer that question?
Yeah, I would like to agree with Lynette's point because in today's society, it's like you always got someone trying to follow the next person or someone trying to set the next trend or someone following the next trend. Like even it's really just starts from the social media platforms. When you go on Facebook, you see a status. I bet you see the same funny status like 5 more times. You just keep going down the timeline from different people. But it's just like it's just the way social media is, the way everybody just set it out to be. Just go follow up another. Everybody want to get the same amount of likes. Everybody want to get the same amount of laughs. So everybody want to be like the next person. But I just think like if everybody just start, I don't want to say changing because if you ain't got to change if you don't want to change. You can really do what you want to do.
Right.
But I just feel like it's just always good to just have a growth mindset. It's always good to just pick up something new. Always good to just keep something in your back pocket. Always good to just always think for yourself, in my opinion. If you don't think for yourself, you're just going to have a closed mindset and you'll never get nowhere. So,
Yeah. And, go ahead.
I was going to say, did anybody else got something to say?
And then, like, for a lot of people, it's kind of like... I ain't gonna say it.
Wait, I got a question for Lynette. Do you think, okay, so in history we had 2 leaders that we know like common with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Do you believe that, like, to go back to what you said as far as everybody wants to be different, even though they both were fighting for the same thing, which was peace and equality for African Americans, do you believe that stuff like that is wrong? It's the wrong way to go? Do you believe that Malcolm X should have just stepped back and let Martin Luther King, lead the way, or vice versa?
I feel like both of those played out very well. I kind of did. In a way, I agree with Malcolm X, but I didn't agree with Malcolm X. I agree with him because I feel like, man, why they doing this to us? And, all this other stuff. But then I disagree with him because, first of all, I believe that you cannot fight fire with fire. Like, you can't always just go back and forth. And then I feel like Malcolm X didn't really think that through. Like, they have more power than us. Well, we also had the power, too, if we really actually thought about it. But he didn't really think that through. That, like, they got more power than us. They got more people than us. Like, Then, I was going to say something else. It was about, I forgot what I was going to say, but you can't fight fire with fire. And I feel like it kind of that was the right way to go. But eventually, that's what I was going to say. Eventually, the whole Malcolm X method, it kind of ended up leading into what Martin Luther King wanted, because eventually it was no more fighting. It was just, okay, peaceful. We shouldn't be fighting, stuff like that. So eventually it ended up Malcolm X's whole thing ended up leading to what Martin Luther King wanted in the end. So.
Anybody else? All right, next question. I want to ask y'all, do y'all think having a changed mindset can bring inner peace to people? And elaborate, like, why?
Absolutely. Like Lynette said, and also what Chris said, like, you can stay the same, but I do believe that change is big. Having a growth mindset is always going to be better. If you remain with the same mindset that you had yesterday or in previous times, you will never develop as a person, and also you will never be able to discover new ideas or new thoughts that can also change how other people think. I think that it's important that when you have a growth mindset, you're able to, one, think outside the box, and then on top of that, you're able to think and put yourself in other people's shoes and see how that predicament would be. I do believe that it is room for change, though.
So that question, it kind of goes into the simple fact, like, how older people, they be like, well, when I was younger, we couldn't do that, and all, blah, blah, blah. And I be like, when you talking to older people, you gotta say it in a certain way, because they don't want to be I don't want to be disrespectful, but I be like, well, the times are changing and such. Like, we got more advantages, stuff like that, and I'll be like, you gotta adjust. Like, it's okay to adjust to like what our generation has going on. Like, you can't be stuck in the past. Being stuck in the past, it kind of like, a lot of times, even dealing with my grandmother, like, a lot of times she be so worried about being stuck in the past. She don't try to adjust to what I like and stuff like that, and it backfires on her because people are scared to change. Like, I just feel like people scared to see somebody, like, it's okay to, like, widen your horizon and, like, you know. So, and it's most definitely room for change. There's room for a lot of change. It's up to people to, like, change their mindset and how they view things, and, like, just maybe sometimes they probably got to experience a little bit of their own, you know.
I was gonna say another thing I was gonna say was I think it's a bystander effect. I feel as though sometimes people don't want to change because they don't see other people changing or trying to change.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, sometimes people just sit back and say, well, I don't see nobody else doing it, so if I do it, I might look different, or I may look, I may stand out in a way where people don't look at me the same, so they don't want to change. I do think that, believe it or not, the world changes every day without us knowing it. Like, it changes, traditions change, other things change, in general. And sometimes we got to adapt to that, to live in that lifestyle, and also to, be able to find new things that's out there in the world. Because for me, this is a new change for me. I never knew about, Rebels for Peace, but until I found out it actually came, now I'm, enjoying myself, and I want to come back again. So, yeah.
I got a question for Mac. Okay, you lived in some different neighborhoods throughout your lifetime. Like, you made new friends in those neighborhoods. Yeah. So I wanted to see, like, what was your intake upon, like, do you feel that, like, if you didn't, like, y'all cool, right? So do you feel like if you never knew who they was as a person, do you think that if y'all butt heads up in the future, do you think y'all can work it out peacefully or negatively?
I think we can work it out peacefully because, like, you gonna always, like, get to know someone. Like, you could tell if it's really them. Like, say something I do disrespectful, you could tell if it's really me. Like, you could tell if they don't really mean it. So I think we could work it out and we just be peaceful.
Nah, yeah, if y'all didn't know each other and y'all butt heads, would it be like a different way?
Like, it'd be a different way, yeah. Because when you don't know somebody and y'all, like, butt heads and get into it, like, you want to be disrespectful. Like, I did it before, but you could talk it out, like, and it could always be a peaceful way because it could be somebody right there with you could help y'all talk it out and just be peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sometimes you just can't talk things out. It's just sometimes you get results that, like, you might have the result. It might be non-peacefully, but it's not always good to react that way because, in my opinion, I always had a competitive spirit. Like, I hate losing, so, like, I got team sports the second semester of my high school year, so I take every sport serious: soccer, volleyball, kickball, dodgeball, basketball, football, tennis. You name it, I'm going to play competitive. So there's been times, Demanny, y'all know Demanny. I see my friend, I rock with him. Been times I done had to, because we was on different teams, but it was just that competitive spirit. But I just feel like, when I came into Perspectives my first year, I just really came in, like, cool, just trying to see how everybody was, see, how everybody groups were set up, who was laid back, who would, trying to just set everybody apart, where I was going to put myself in, So, yeah, pretty much. But, you can resolve things. I feel like when you talk stuff out, that is a way to resolve. A lot of people don't want to talk stuff out because a lot of people handle stuff a different way. But I just feel like when you just know you're just not going to respond in, like, a positive way, it's good to just not even say something. Just keep it to yourself. Kind of just, de-escalate the situation by not addressing it or just keeping it to yourself or just doing your own little thing that you do to calm down, in my opinion.
I'm actually Well, I ain't gonna say now, but example for what Chris said. This happened on, what did it happen on? Anyway, some stuff had happened, and the girl, she had texted me, and I didn't respond to her. I wanted to respond, but I got too much to lose, so I could not respond. Then turn around, right after that, like 10 minutes later, her brother texted me like, my sister looking for you, where you at? See, I wanted to respond because I don't want to make it seem like I'm
Punk or something?
a punk. But I know, like, I'm not the type of person to respond to what people say in the first place, because I just feel like, first of all, who got time for all that talking anyway? But we ain't gonna go that way. But I just feel like for me to, like, be able to, like, not respond to what was going on. First things first, I know I had a track meet on Saturday, which is really why I ain't say nothing, because I don't want to miss out. But it was just like, and this, I'm not going to say it's easy either, because it's so hard to restrain from, like, somebody that, you know, keep on pushing. So, to go off what he said, that was just an example.
Question for you. Oh, yeah, for you. So I can't ask you this because you ain't really been around for peace. So, I'm asking that this question. With Toe incident, do you feel that Rose of Peace helped that out?
Yes, like when I was going through that situation, that was the first thing I thought of. I thought about like sophomore year when I first heard about it, and I was kind of going through the same situation, but it was actually in person. And I'm like, when that whole situation happened, I'm like, what am I going to do? And I had to kind of like be in my own little headspace and think, like really think, like, would this be the smart way to go, or am I going to go back down that old path? I had to sit there and think, because it was so hard not to respond. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, but I feel like the Rebels for Peace did help me, because I actually thought about them in that situation, like, every action don't need a reaction is what I always say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what happened. That's exactly what happened.
To comment on what Lynette said, I think sometimes like just being silent or killing people with kindness could be your biggest, weapon that you have. Sometimes I believe that when we respond off of emotion and not actually off of fully thinking. And so when things don't go the way that you originally thought it would go, because you're just thinking in the moment, sometimes you sabotage or you mess up things that you had in your future plans. And like Lynette said, she did a smart thing by actually not, responding, because she could have responded and she could have, handled that situation a different way. But by her being a bigger person, one, she's still on the track team. And then two, I say working hard all the time when I come from after school, Ms. Williams. But two, that situation, the only person who's losing in that debate or that fight is the person that wanted to, get her attention, because, she didn't let that happen. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to say what you said about that the emotion get the better toward the best of them. I agree with that, because I be saying this a lot on the podcast. Is like, if you see red, all you gonna do is act upon red stuff. All you gonna see is bad stuff. But if you like sit back and like take a little chill pill, that red is gonna pass away. It's like a stop sign or a stoplight. It's gonna be red, then it's gonna be yellow, then it's gonna be green. It's gonna go with the green one. So if you like sit back and wait for a new thought to come into place, your red is gonna disappear. It's gonna go from yellow to green.
Something that I learned over my years is that emotions are temporary. Like, although you have emotions every day, you can feel any type of way, it's always gonna fade away. So if you hold on to those emotions, like, you're only hurting yourself. But when you let go of those emotions, you're able to actually see that it's other things that you could be focused on. Being mad all the time doesn't get you nowhere, for one. And then for two, when you hold on to so much anger, you don't do nothing but think, and like you said, in angry ways. You only think in those type of ways. But when you actually just let go of your emotions for that moment and say, okay, I understand I'm frustrated and I'm going to let it go, things begin to flow easier for you, and it actually makes it easy for yourself to move along in life.
Yeah, that part was easy for me though. About the letting the emotions, letting the madness go. Where it really wasn't that easy for me, cause I be in my mood sometimes, and I be ready to do a lot of stuff. But over the time, I learned to talk stuff out with people. Like I recently just learned to talk stuff out with my girlfriend. Recently learned that like we got into an argument, and like my first initial was just to get mad the rest of the day. But I realized like I promised her I'm gonna try to talk it out before I act upon something. I talked it out, and I felt better about the situation.
I really feel like that one, that's good because I know that you're a good guy, and two, I also feel as though you learning that is also gonna help you better your relationship with your girlfriend. Just something that I say is what I learned like from my past experience with people is that sometimes you gotta put yourself in other people's shoes to understand what's going on. What may be little to you may be big to them, and vice versa. So you never want to like take away how they feel, and never want to say that what they are feeling doesn't matter. So you also just want to be able to talk things out, and then also find that solution. So then y'all communication and also y'all relationship will become stronger than anything.
And that like strengthens your mindset too.
Facts.
Instead of seeing that one way to go out, you strengthen your mindset to be more open minded, and now you can choose different routes to take in different situations instead of just being that one simple minded person. So I believe like if you strengthen your mindset to view outside the box and view different things, I feel like a lot of inner peace can come in between people, because now you don't got to take this one route. You got like 17 other routes that you can take to become more peaceful, instead of just reacting negatively and expecting some peace to come out of that negative situation. Okay. And it's another. I got a question for Chandra, the quiet figure. You came from the west side to the south side. Yeah. He came from the west side to the south side, and you met different people, just like Mac met different people, and like you had like a little disputes with a few people. Like, do you feel like if you know those people on a personal level? Same question I asked Malik. Do you feel like is it good? Do you feel like do you agree with Mac that if you know people on a more personal level, you won't be getting into certain like situations with them? Like if your friend call you this name, you're not gonna react, but if a stranger call you this name, you're gonna react.
I feel like if I know you, we could resolve it, because if I know you, then I can know like if you actually being respectful, if you like intentionally trying to be disrespectful with me. So therefore, I can decide how to react upon what just happened. But if I don't know you, I might react differently, because one, I don't know you, so I don't know what you're capable of, and two, I don't know if you once again intentionally trying to disrespect me, and so it might come off different, just as a like. I don't want to say a wall, but like as a like automatic defense, I might just come off differently. Besides, if I know you or not.
You got it.
You want to know an example?
Sure do.
This is my sister. I love Lynette to death. But when people see her who don't know Lynette, their instant probably like, she's loud and she's mean. But for us, look, but for us, we know that it's nothing but love coming from Lynette, and we know that that's how she just expresses herself in general. But she always mean nothing but love, and
To some people.
Yeah, to some people, for what she said, and when sometimes I feel like when you don't know people, you automatically just get them or characterize them and say, oh, this person is like this or this person like that. I was always like raised on the south side, but I went to school at Chicago Bulls College Prep, which is on the west side, which was something different for me. I got to network with a lot of people, and I also got to like just make new friends that I never thought I would make. And on top of that, when I actually made new friends, I was able to get around more, and actually I was able to meet new people that I didn't think that I ever be friends with, and the people that I ever did bump heads with, now I'm cool with, because we found a way to work things out.
I got an example. Me and Chris. Like, what day was that? That was yesterday or the day before yesterday? Wednesday. He asked for my charger, my phone on the charger. So, he tried to take my phone off the charger and take my charger. So I'm like, what you doing? I need it. And then he want to get mad and storm him off and talk, so he gonna slap me. So my response, I'm not finna get slapped. Not finna slap me. So I said something back. I forgot what I said. Then he walked up to my face, told me, what you say? I said, you heard me. And then we got past that. Because we know each other. I know he be goofy enough sometimes. And he play too much, just like me. But we got past that. So that means if you know the person, you can get past that. Like, y'all don't really mean it.
After you.
I just want to elaborate on that story a little more. Because I just felt like he really should have gave me the charger, though. Like, he didn't put in details of what happened with the charger. He's on 40%, and I'm on 4. So I'm like, bro, you got some juice already. Just let me juice up before lunch, and then you get it back. But, but yeah, it was, we got over it. Because, at the end of the day, we looked at each other. We still homies at the end of the day, so, we got over it. What were you talking about again, though? What were you talking about? I had a thought. What were you talking about?
Different neighborhoods.
We was talking about how if you looking at somebody from the outside, but when you really know them,
You never know the
you know that part.
Yeah, I'll come back to that.
But I was gonna say how this situation kind of going to friends. So like, I got a whole group of friends, and they know us. But I mean, when we argue like literally we gets down, like really be going back and forth, like it don't matter. But let somebody else try to argue with them. It's a whole nother story because now, why is you trying us? Don't do that. Don't do that. But it just be like, I feel like you see a lot of that in friendships. And me personally, I hate for somebody to try to be like, try to judge somebody. Like, a lot of people, because me, I don't care what you think of me. Like, if you ain't in my personal circle, if we ain't associates, it don't matter what you feel, how you feel, what you say to somebody else. I don't care. So, I just feel like I don't like when people, like, judge other people because they don't know them. Anybody else?
I wanted to get our Facebook a little sneak peek about what's gonna happen up in the summertime. So look, we gonna have an event, and I wanted to get. I wanted to get like y'all intakes upon like what would bring y'all or y'all friends out to a peace event. But my ideas was basketball tournament, talent show, food, drinks, whoop the band.
Yes, sir.
So like, do y'all agree with that, or like what other stuff would y'all want to have at a peace event?
Yeah, I agree with that. A little basketball tournament, a little flag football tournament. Anything a little get a competitive edge, especially with the youth, everybody like to win. Don't nobody like losing. So people gonna come out, especially get the word around. Definitely had the right, publicity on that. So yeah.
I think that one, I'm down for it, just so you know. Two, the talent show, yes. For the sports and the games, yes. And food, absolutely. Everybody love food. You love food. Hey, you get food and you get food and anybody coming. I also think that should have like a little trivia about Rebels of Peace. Not too much about history, but for Rebels of Peace and let's see who really know a lot about Rebels of Peace and Dejan and how things came about. And the winner or the last people standing should get a little prize, like a T-shirt or something, to make them feel involved.
Yeah,
but,
what? Oh yeah, because our last event we had a dance off and we had Xylon, Raekwon, Raven, all this other dancing, and we gave out like $20 to the best dancer. We gave it out $20 bills to the best dancer. We gave out T-shirts, wristbands, a lot of stuff like that. So I think a little giveaway thing would be good to like a raffle ticket.
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be good.
We got questions from the internet. You guys ready for it? Yeah. So Robin says, "Hi, Rebels for Peace. How's things over there? I spoke to some of you on Skype with a group here in London, in the United Kingdom, and he's asking, what impact are you guys having on the situation in Chicago?"
I am. I'll go. Oh, I'll go. Bless you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Me personally, I feel like we having a lot of impact because they not here right now, but Javarie, Raekwon, and Terrence, those are some Rebels for Peace that are in our little group. But they really changed, and like I thought it was gonna be hard for them to change, and it wasn't. It was like once they got the concept of what the Rebels for Peace was, it was like they were able to understand. And just watching them at school, handling different situations, the way they was acting, I'm like, is that Terrence? But yeah, it was just like, I feel like we are having a great impact, and I feel like the impact is really starting on with the youth. And then you go back and you tell your older people, your grandmother, your grandfather, your mom, your dad. I feel like so it started by impacting us first, and then it's like a ripple effect. Start with us, and then we spread the message. We get them people to understand, like, you know, that part.
Yeah, I agree with that too. As if like I got some homies too that benefited from this, and I see them changing. Everybody don't change at the same pace. Like for me, it was like an instant change when I first met Mara and them, and I wanted to do Rebels for Peace. It was an instance that like I wanted to do better. I wanted to change myself. I wanted to help my city out. And for some people, it ain't always that easy. You got to work with them. You got to be persistent with them. You got to push them. Sometimes you got to beat them up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But we basically started from ourselves. And once we got it in our mindset, then we help other people out. We started from communities and working with different people to help them see what we see, to help them better their self. And it's been going good. So I feel like we've been making a good impact upon the youth. And we had a couple of discussions with parents, and they was like what we were saying. So I feel like we made some good impressions upon them and had them change mindsets too. And so yeah, I just feel like we've been doing good with that. We started from ourselves, and it rippled out to other people in different areas.
I am, like I said, I'm a new member, as we said at the beginning. But for me, I think that the impact that it's had on me so far is that, one, now when I see things that I usually respond to in not a negative way, but not in the best way, I now think about like Rebels for Peace and how I can make a change. Even though I never came here yet, I always thought like ever since we met, you had that FaceTime talk that now I'm one of the members that also can, represent. When I also the impact that it had for my little brother. My little brother heard me talking to you on the phone, and he told my mom that for him it's a big thing because he looks up to me. So for him, when he watches and sees me doing certain things, it impacts him. So I really appreciate that for the fact that I also want to see him doing good as well and guided behind me just to be successful.
Yeah, gratitude.
So I'm a new member as well. So I'm gonna start, by really just, cause I know a lot of knuckleheads. So I'm really just start telling them, like, hey, start coming with Rebels for Peace. They gonna come, cause ain't nothing like just sitting down and talking. You can't beat that. You can't beat a nice conversation. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if you had a bad day or you had a good day, great day. You can't beat a nice conversation. There's nothing like just having a good talk and just letting your feelings out. I guess you could say venting. I guess you could also say. So yeah.
Eat some popcorn on the side.
For the viewers at home, this popcorn is delicious. So gonna let you know also. But another change, I just feel like we should really just start from just the Auburn Gresham community itself. Just start from there. Just do little events in the little community, like a block party.
Block club party. We're
Block
not talking about
club
that.
We've been talking about that since the
Like a block club
summer.
party.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, stuff like that.
We was thinking about doing a block club party too, with like the tossing the ball, get the fish, doing play darts, a lot of different stuff. Yeah, but the problem with that was that like we didn't want to do it in like areas where we will put people at risk. That's why the event was gonna be at the church.
I also wanted to say, I believe Rebels for Peace, if it didn't have a big impact on people right now, it will, because like the events that you was just talking about that's happening in the summertime, like that could bring so many people out, like from different hoods, getting to know each other, like we said before, and that could like change their mindset and just be for all peace. Like, yeah, so I believe it could have a big impact on everyone.
Any more questions, Eric? Oh my God. My man just said who made the popcorn. Alright, so
I have a question. So, for people who might be listening and are struggling with like either really rough emotions, they can't get out of kind of like being really down, or they're angry, or they don't see hope, what will you guys say to them?
I would say to them, like, talk to someone. Like, express your feelings. Don't be scared to open up, because someone will always listen, and you can't be scared to ask for help. Like, you have to ask and just talk, and that can really help you out, because someone had talked to me, and I believe like I really helped them out, because I just talked their problems out with them, just checking up on them every day, just ask them how they going, basic things, so you could really get help.
So if you're not one to vent and talk, and I'm not saying that that's not a good thing, but like everybody is not easy to open up. One thing you can do is sometimes it just take being able to just sit and like be to yourself, or maybe just think of something positive, because maybe you might be in a situation where you can't just be by yourself. You got to think of all the positive things. Like sometimes when I'm in like a bad mindset, sometimes I got to think about all the brighter things, or sometimes take me thinking what I want to be when I grow up. Like just think of something positive, just or be to yourself, or do something that you need, do something that you like to do to like keep yourself like calm, or like keep your mind off that situation, or just maybe you could just take the whole situation away from you,
To answer that question, for me, first, I believe that in past history, I always been like known or big on helping people out. But one of my main things was that if I see someone that I feel as though needs help, or they don't know how to ask for help, I ask them, a simple question like, how's your day? And then I go in from there. Is somebody, in perspective that I actually got closer to, that's Nini. And with Nini, I really feel like now, at first we just used to say, hey, what's up? But now I talk to Nini, and I actually had a cool conversation with Nini. And from that point on, now when she see me, it's like a brother and sister thing. So for me, I just feel like sometimes when you just help somebody or talk to them, you get to know more about them, and you also get to help them at the same time. And you never know, you could be saving somebody's life, or also just helping them in general get through something.
I just got one more thing. Back to what I was saying, if you tell a person and the person can't help you, like, hopefully that person go to somebody else that can help you. Because I feel like I can help somebody, and I went to somebody else that could, and that really helped them.
I just feel like if you're going through any obstacles in your life, I just feel like it's always good to really just try to prevail through them no matter what, because, I mean, when you take your L, it is a loss, but it can also be a lesson at the same time. So, when you just take your losses, you just learn from them, gain from them, and just it now it's become a lesson, so you want to do the same thing twice. I feel like, being focused on your past causes you to be blind in your future. So when you just go have a rough day at work, rough day at school, just brush it off, It's some, I've been through 3.5 years of high school. It's going on my last year of high school, then I'm off to college. I'm not, honestly, I believe like junior year was honestly like the hardest year for me. I went through like the most problems in my life, the most struggles, the most like academically, personally. So it was a lot of stuff I was going through junior year. So I really had to like just kind of like sit down and like kind of just really plan my life. Like what am I going to do? Like I also feel like the reason why I came to Perspectives my senior year is because I couldn't go back to my old school due to my discipline behavior. So it was just a lot of stuff I was going through my junior year that I had to like, you know, try to like kind of figure out for myself and kind of just figure out what I'm gonna do to like not go through this again, or like what am I gonna do to like just finish my years of high school so I could just go to college. So yeah.
With me, like when I'm going through stuff on the phase like that, I get through stuff by myself. So for people that don't like talking to people, or don't got that many people that they trust, or don't talk to too many people, like you can do it by yourself. You feel me? You can just how I do mine. I go in my room, I listen to some music, eat me some food, take me a nap, do something. You feel me? Like to keep my mind off of noodles, pizza, apples. How it went. So like I just go in my room by myself to let my thoughts roam, cause I feel like I can get a lot of stuff off my chest if I talk to myself more. Cause a lot of people not gonna listen to you. A lot of people ain't gonna give you that good feedback that you need, and nobody know you like you know yourself. So you can be by yourself, listen to some music, do something that you like to do to take your mind up off it, or do something that you know that's gonna help you out through the situation. It ain't nothing wrong with talking to somebody, or it ain't nothing wrong with just having somebody there just to be there, just for their presence, just to be there. Like you could be in a room with your friend, y'all don't even say nothing to each other, y'all just there just to enjoy each other's company, just y'all, cause y'all that close. And just by being with somebody else, that can stop a lot of situations, a lot of problems. So that's just my answer to that. Just do it the best way you know how. Do something that's gonna make you happy, or just be around somebody that's that you know care for you.
Yeah, definitely. Cause for me, I used to talk to myself, but people just think I was like something wrong with me. Like
Man, I talk to myself every day.
Like my mom look at me like, "Is you okay?" Like I look in the mirror and really just talk about my problems. But then that's when I realized that, you know, maybe that is a little foolishness, looking in the mirror, talking to myself, frowning. So that's when I start contacting people, you know, and people who love to listen to me. And then, you know, by me also being able to help myself, when I talk to people, I feel like I learn something new. So I'll just contact somebody like, can you believe this happened, this and the third? And then right after that, I'll be like, okay, I feel better. Now I can go about my day the way I wanted to, and that's it.
I do that, right? I just did that yesterday. Like, I just be in the mirror with the headphones in, like, doing goofy moves and stuff, like, acting out stumpy yard and like that, you feel me? And I just be in my own little zone. Like, once you get in your own little zone, the vibe different. You ain't gonna think about all the bad stuff, all the negativity stuff when you get in your own vibe. Just find your vibe, and you gonna get through whatever you need to get through. Coffee your vibe, drink some coffee. You like spaghetti, pancakes, pickles, anything. Like you, whatever you like, just get it and run with it. And I promise you gonna feel better.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like anything you just like to do to keep you calm or keeps you in a nice, calm state of mind, just do. In my opinion, I use music because I love music. Like there's nothing. I feel like without music, I don't know what I'd be. Because music is just it's music. All different type of genres. It's music, really. Can't deny music, really.
Yeah. Oh, you was gonna say something, Brian? You was you gonna say something?
Only thing I was gonna say is I feel like music is your escape. Like sometimes people feel as though music is the way where if you don't know how to explain yourself to other people, the music, you know, can relate to you, and you're able to say, I felt that song, or I really, you know, understood what that person was going through when they wrote this song or something like that. So sometimes I feel like as though, like Lynette said, you may not be able to talk to everybody or about your problems, but sometimes you may need to be to yourself, or you may need music just to, you know, find yourself. So that's it.
Yeah, another thing, as y'all can see, Rose of Peace is not narrowed down to one specific type of group. There's a lot of different groups in this room, a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different eras that we lived in, a lot of different personalities. So anybody out there that think that they son, brother, nephew, sister, auntie, cousin, niece, grandma, uncle, anything, y'all think Rose of Peace is best for them, tell them check us out on platforms, there's social media. We got a website, Rose of Peace, and our Facebook at Rose of Peace. Cause I don't think that this is just narrowed down to one specific group type. I never knew him outside of school, but now we close. Him outside of school, now we close. All us close in the room. So I feel like this is a family. So if you out there looking for a family, anybody to talk to, message us, anything, just we got y'all. Cool. Boom.
And you want to say bye to the internet?
Bye.
Yes, sir.